Operation of a VHS camcorder is a simple process. Without having to read the instruction manual, this video will teach you how to be an amateur video producer in just a few minutes.
Oh! Hi, how you doing? Just making a scarf disappear. But I'm here to show you how to plug in your Panasonic camera. Let me demonstrate. You get your power pack and the plug end. Find a usable outlet, such as this one, and plug in like so. It's that easy. If you've ever plugged in anything before, you can plug this in, and you'll be filming right away.
Now, press the power button, a sliding or round button on top of the camera. Press the eject button, which is designated by a bright color like blue or green. Be sure to keep the camera away from other objects so the tape deck opens freely with no interference. Now, be sure the rollers of the tape are facing in and the exposed tape is facing down. The tape should be camcorder or high grade for the best performance. Remember to remove the lens cap and look through the viewfinder.
Oh! Didn't see you there. How you doing? Now let's say you have a usable outlet to plug in your camera. Well, what you do is you get your Panasonic battery, such as this one. You look towards the rear of your camera, and there's a little door. Take the battery, and notice there's an arrow on the top. You put that in like so, and it's that easy. You hit the power button, and you're ready to go. And when you want to take the battery out, shut the camera off, and press eject. It's that simple.
Press the wide telephoto lever to close in or pull out. This button is located near the handle of the camera. Your lens consists of telephoto and wide-angle lenses. In order to focus on an object close up or far away within the shot, your camera is equipped with an automatic zoom.
The two most important features in taping are color and lighting. Now, the color is adjusted automatically by your white balance on your camera, which can be found on the control panel here. And it is this small device right on the front of the camera. Now, the lighting can be adjusted in a variety of ways. One is by actual lights, lighting the situation, adding, subtracting lights, shading lights, etc. Or you can use the iris right on the side of the camera. By opening the iris, it lets more light in, and by closing it, it lets less light in. You need to determine how much light your scene needs.
To focus in on small or really close objects, the macro can be used. By turning your focus all the way to wide, you can utilize macro focus.
Now that you've learned the basics, it's time to point, shoot, and enjoy. But first, here's some useful tips you may find very helpful. Let's say you're taping a scene and the lens cap happens to get into the frame. You may say, how can this be prevented? Well, it's very easy. If you'll notice, there's two small clips on the inside of the lens cap. They easily fit onto the handle like so, and it keeps the lens cap out of the way. Now remember, when you're finished shooting, place the lens cap back on the camera to avoid getting any dirt on the lens. I've got some stories about that. We'll save that till later. Another useful tip is to remember to always eject the battery when you're finished using it. They only have about 1 to 2 hours worth of power in them, and if you don't eject it, they just drain out. Also, when you're finished using your camera, be sure to put it in a large protective case. It'll keep dust off those heads. It'll make your pictures look so much better. So remember, lens cap, battery, protective case. Oh, excuse me. Now we're going to discuss framing. Now, let me illustrate what framing is with a painting. Many people know that paintings use a frame to hold the image inside. Video, thanks Steve, uses the same principle. The frame is what surrounds the video image. Now, there are many different ways to frame a shot. Let's look at some examples. You have the close-up. That is a close-up shot. Then there's the extreme close-up. which brings the viewer even closer. Then there's the long shot, or wide shot, which takes them further away and gives them a more panoramic view. Then there's lead room. There's also lead room when doing an interview. Let's say I'm speaking to someone to my right. You would have lead room to the right. Not too much, not too little. This is an example of a 3-shot because it's composed of 3 people. This is a 2-shot. As you can see, there are only 2 people in this shot. Oh, hi. This is an over-the-shoulder shot because it's taken over somebody's shoulder. This is reverse perspective of the over-the-shoulder shot. Headroom is very important in framing. You must remember not to cut off the subject's head or leave too much room above. You know, believe it or not, right now you're learning yet another aspect in videotaping. It's called the pan. That's when the camera follows the subject across the screen. Now watch, I'll show you another aspect. It's called the tilt. Watch as the camera tilts down to follow me. Exciting, isn't it? And you thought learning wasn't fun. Would you like to see that again? Okay. Let's start with the tilt. And now, the pan, as we move backwards. Remember, always shoot for editing and leave plenty of room at the end of your shot to make post-production easy. Sound is an essential part of any video production, and it can be improved using various techniques. The built-in microphone on the camera is an all-purpose microphone, and it's good if you don't mind getting that excess noise. Thanks, Steve. If you'd like to tape dialogue without getting the outside noise, then an external microphone is necessary and recommended. This is an omnidirectional microphone because sound can be picked up from all directions. There are various types of microphones. There's also the superdirectional or shotgun microphone. With these microphones, whatever subject they're pointing at, that is the only sound they will pick up. There's also lavalier mics, which is most popular on talk shows. They clip onto the tie or lavalier of the suit. Hi! It's very important that you plug headphones into your camera so you can monitor the sound coming through the microphone. Because you never know what unwanted sounds you may pick up. Things like radio stations, FUV for example. These unwanted sounds can ruin a shot. So be sure to monitor the sound before you begin taping.
When lighting an indoor subject, you should first start with a key light. The key light is a bright light that should be put at a 45-degree angle from your subject. To fill in the shadows of the key light, a fill light is used. A backlight is used to give your subject a 3-dimensional look.
If you follow the basics of 3-point lighting, it can be easy. It's composed of 3 lights: the key light, the fill light, and the backlight. And that's it. It's that simple. Before I go, here's some more useful tips that you may find very helpful. When filming a conversation, always try to shoot from the perspective of the person speaking so the audience knows who's talking. In regards to the lights, always check your cables. No loose wires. Be sure to keep all flammable objects away from the lights. They get very hot. Make sure the light stands are very sturdy and secure so they don't fall over and burn anyone. Always use duct tape whenever possible. Goodbye and happy shooting.